Well, hello again everybody. Well, today I'm in what feels like a very crowded machine shop. So one of the reasons that everything's a bit untidy today is because I plan to do some fabrication. And what we're going to do is we're going to finish off this bandsaw in that we're going to put some casters on it because really it is pretty heavy. And when I try and move it round, one thing, it makes that horrible noise, and two, it's really heavy. So I'm going to try to put some caster wheels on it so that I can move it round when I'm not using it and then pull it out when I need it. So I'm going to build a subframe with 4 casters on it, and then the saw will sit on top of that subframe so I can move it round easily. So you can see that I've gone ahead and I've bought some, I think this is 30mm by 30mm angle iron, and it's about 3mm thick. So I'm going to cut some of that up and make a frame. That's the first job. So in order to help us cut those mitered joints, I've gone ahead and I borrowed this chop saw from work. And it seems to come with everything except a set of instructions. But in fairness, I wouldn't have read them anyway. How hard can it be? And I'm hoping that's our first cut at 45 degrees. Okay, I found the problem. It was a loose nut behind the wheel. That nut being me. Of course, I'm sure you all know that I haven't bothered to read the instructions, so you can expect to get things wrong. Well, looking round the saw, I thought there might be some adjustment to make the blade go a little bit further back, but yeah, it seems to be bottoming him out on a screw here, so I'm sure I must be doing something wrong, but I know not what. Well, I thought this adjustment here would actually allow this to drop forward, but this is actually fully adjusted, and the saw's actually sitting down as far as it will go, so I'm really not sure what's preventing it from going forward. I can't find any adjustment on it, so the only thing I can think to do is just to move the whole workpiece forward a little bit. So I'm just putting a packer in there just to slightly move it away from the fence. So I'm measuring that at 45.3, I'm sure that's more than good enough. I'm sure that I don't need to mark this out using die chem, but to be honest, I just really like the smell. Makes me feel happy. I was gunning for 757 and I've come in about 7.5, 6.5, so I'm going to call that good. So you can see that I've cut out the angle iron framework now, so all we've got to do now is just weld that together, and then we've got to fix the casters on. Anybody's wondering, this is the earth clamp off a battery charger because I don't know where the one's gone for the welder, so having to make do. So I think the next job to do is go ahead and bolt these casters on. So I need to drill some holes for them, and I think I'm trying to keep the holes towards the edge of this angle because I don't really want to be drilling through this weld here. And also there's going to be a bolt head. I don't want the feet of the saw to sit on that bolt head, so I'm going to try and move this in kind of as far as I can. Which I think will be something like that maybe. Let's see if I can break another drill. So I've got to drill holes for 4 of these casters, so when I've done that I'll bring you back. So the casters that I've chosen, I've got these 4 holes, and I've gone ahead and I've drilled 3 holes in our angle line here. But unfortunately the 4th hole is just going to be hanging in mid-air. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create some infill pieces here using some strip steel, something like that. So I just cut this here now, I should be able to slip that piece in and just tack weld it into place. Well, I think we're about finished with the fabrication. I've just got to drill the extra hole in this piece that I've welded on and then give it a quick rub down and a coat of undercoat, and yeah, job's probably done. As you can see, I finished off welding in these 4 corner pieces just to support the casters, and I've also given everything just a quick lick of paint, and I've got to admit I am fairly pleased with it. I think my welding could have been better, certainly some room for improvement. Probably need to spend a bit more time just getting those settings correct next time, because it has been quite a long time since I've done any welding. As they say, practice makes perfect, so I guess this shows me I need a bit more practice. Anyway, on to the fun part. I'm going to go ahead and fit these casters now, which is what this was all about, and hopefully we can then swivel my saw around nicely. Now, to fix the casters on, I'm going to use some of these roofing bolts. 2 reasons. One, because they've got quite a flat, low profile head, which I think might come in useful when I need to fit these. But the other reason I'm going to use them is because I have hundreds of them and I might as well try and use them up. These bolts are actually quite a bit longer than what I need, and they're actually going to interfere with the caster moving round, so I think once we fix these on, tightened everything off, we're going to take the angle grinder and hacksaw. I'm just going to slice these off. Unfortunately, I think the square nuts that these roofing bolts come with, they are very much the invention of the devil. So with zero finesse, I've used my angle grinder and a cutting disc just to lock the tops off these bolts, and now my casters will spin through 360. You got it?
Let's just test it. Oh, okay. Casters are great.
Well, there we go, we've got the bandsaw mounted on its stand now. As you can see, you can move it really easily, so I am really pleased with that. And then hopefully when I want to use it, I can just lock it down. Actually, that's just 2 casters locked, and that seems pretty solid. Well, I think this project has actually turned out really well, and I'm looking forward to using this bandsaw in the workshop. But I think for today, that'll do. So until next time, bye bye for now, and I hope to see you all again very soon. Bye bye.